Right now, I'm going to measure my nails, matching it to the other hand that I kind of completed, and just clip off the tip. You'll see me cutting the tip off a couple times because I don't ever like to cut too much. That way it's too short. I'd rather file off the extra instead of cutting it. My opinion is if I file off the extra, it's a little bit more easier to make the chefs of cutting off the shape. And then I'm trying to basically make up a new shape out of the blue thin air. So, yep, I measure all my fingers and I just literally cut my fingers. Well, not my fingers, my nail tips. And that's how I do measure up each hand, and I cut and I keep it pushing. Cut, tip, everything. And understand on both my hands, the pinky was a very fine stiletto. And that's on both hands, not one, both hands. My nail on my pinky was a stiletto. Right now, you see me looking for, I was looking for, I mean, I like my weed scissors. It's scissors I use to cut up cigars and stuff because I couldn't find it. I just use my bling cutter, and it's basically what I use to cut off limestone or let's say anything that is like diamonds, crystals. How can I say like Chevys and stuff? This is what I use to cut them off. So this is not what it's really made for. It was just more on the lines. It needed to be done by something, and this is what I had to do. You'll see me do all my nails, and once again, I do file a lot. I do a lot of hand filing, just because I appreciate it and I like it more than regular filing. If you realize I do not do my thumb at all, and the reason why is because I do my thumb last on both of my hands. The thumb is it. Like if you want to call like the last thing I do on either one of my hands, it is always, always, always going to be the thumb. And the reason why the thumb is always last is because the thumb is always more intricate and it's a lot more space I gotta fill up. So that's how I do it. The thumb is always going to be a little bit different than all the other hands or all the other nails on my hand. So what you see me right now, I'm getting my nail dryer. And the good thing about my nail dryer, which I'm planning to get me another light because the ring light does not work the way I need it to work while I'm doing my nails. So I do plan to get another light while I do that. I have a better recording. What you see me doing right now, I am really going to real quick buff in the sides. And basically what I'm doing when I get the not the buffer, the electric file and go up and down the sides, is just trying to get the shape I want for my nails without having to pull out the file in that same second. As you can see, I just go up and down both sides to make it kind of like the thin, pointy coffin shell I want to. Once again, I don't do all with the electric file. I do go back in there with a hand file. And the reason why I do very, very crisp coffins, that means the side of my nose needs to be filed down all the way. So a file is usable in my cases of my nails thing. So I'm about to go in with the nail filer. And just to let y'all know, I like the crispest idea of nails. Like if y'all ever look at the pictures, my side walls are always super clean. Like the side of my fingers need to be sharp, crisp. And I kind of even push like my natural nail a little bit over just because like I'm addicted to flossing. Like any type of nail set I'm doing, it's gonna either be flossing or stiletto because I like, clean stuff. I like to be all up in people's face. I won't say I'm ghetto, but like when I come to my nails, I have a splat, especially how I, tap my fingers on the table and stuff. So I prefer coughing all the way. No ands, if or buts it. I prefer coughing. And then, like I told you, I fell off all the side of my thing. And if y'all can remember, I said I didn't do my thumb. Right now, I'm officially cutting off the excess of my thumb. That way, later on, I can fill it in. But like I said, I fill in my thumb the last. If I can do anything else in my life, the thumb will be the absolute last that I put effort into. Now I gotta file to make sure I get the perfect nail. And just to let you know, when I use these scissors, it's always like a lip or an incline plus a dip. So you gotta file that part out to make sure you get the nail you want. If you see this light right here, that little piece in the left hand corner, that little white circle thing, it's a part of the Black Friday sale. It was the nail dryer, the nail dust collector. The way if anybody decides to buy the nail dust collector, the way that I joint the bending part to the plate was I have E66 glue. And honestly, if y'all want to get mad at me, whatever y'all want to do, I don't care. I basically glued the two to the main base of the nail duster to make it work the way I need it to work. Right here, what you see me doing, I'm basically going over the surface of the tip. So I'm basically right here, I am blending in the gap of my nail. So right where the tip adheres to your natural nail, it's always that little lip part. I'm getting the file and going over it. Like I said, because it's a big like little dip, I don't stay on one hand for a long time. I kind of like hop from nail to nail just to guarantee I don't have heat spots. I don't have nothing too hot. And if you see me rub my hand over my nail, it's just to guarantee that lip of the tip and my natural nail is not there no more. So I rub over to make sure it's not there. Once I realize it's not there and the nail's not heating up, I probably go back in with a little bit more or flip to the next nail just to guarantee I get that smooth transition from my natural nail to the tip. Please don't forget this area because if you do a lot of encapsulations like I do, that is going to cause you a problem later on. And if you don't feel like being this complicated, boo-boo. Nail forms work just as fine, and you don't ever have to worry about that extra little lint because you're making your full nail by yourself, and there's no natural tip because you blending in that little tip area into your natural nail, so it's not there. But because I gotta do it like this, it's gonna be there, and I can't do nothing about it honestly. Like it's gonna be there whether I like it or not. So, yup. So right now I'm making sure that stiletto is crisper than anything. Honestly, you don't have to go back in your stiletto and do this part because now that I realize that stiletto is sharp as I don't know what. Like I can maybe poke somebody's eye out with that nail because it was so sharp. What you see me doing right here is I'm going over my natural nail. Like literally, I have a nail bit drill. I don't know the RPA, but I have one that has a dialer that allows you to speed it up and not break it down. The grip, not the grip, the sending band on my electric file is 180, and I turned on the nail bit drill. If you ever use an electric nail file for a good amount of time, you understand there's like a level you can put on or speed you can put on where it starts skipping on your nail or it won't stay with the rotations like it's supposed to. I put my nail bit drill maybe a notch above that, not that much, just a little above it, just to make sure when I press the nail file on my nail, it doesn't stop, it doesn't kick, it doesn't do nothing. Once again, this is a 180 grip file. What I do is I just basically go on the back of my nail where the cuticle sits at, and I just scrape at the back of it to guarantee that I have enough scrapes on my nails for every product I'm going to put on my nails to adhere perfectly. Please, if y'all like, don't skip none of these steps. Like, I understand, like, I'm going to do a video just on my nail prep. Honestly, I'm what is it? I've probably been doing my nail for, I want to say 8 to 9 years, and I mean my personal nails. I started using polygel and acrylic a couple years ago, and I started to realize like primers and everything works like a charm. But if you don't do the nail prep right and then put on the primer, it doesn't matter if you put on primer or not because it's not gonna work. Like right here, you see me opening, I think, Mia's Secret. I've been using Mia's Secret for the last year, a little bit more than the last year. And honestly, I love Mia's Secret. Like, I'm hands down, she's one of my ace kundoons. I probably never go back to any other primer. If y'all know a better primer out there for me, let me know. But for right now, Mia's Secret is the one to go to. Like, I barely have any lifting, and when I mean sometimes I'm super rough with my hand. I done banged my nails on stuff. I do braid hair. Y'all see me, I do a lot of cleaning in the kitchen. I clean the stove, and if y'all ever realize a lot of times when I clean the stove, I'm in there with my nail tip scrubbing the burnt area off. You feel me? So if I can do that with, that bad nail tip or my bad nail and they stay on, I have no lymph and no, what I'm saying, no problem like that. Like my nails stay on like for God's grip. Like I've done banging my nails and after a while, like, oh, that nail will pop off. It doesn't. It doesn't. Like I know how it works, but right now we have the primer and then we have the prep and the primer. The prep is just alcohol base and it dries out your nails. If you pay attention, I not only use the prep, but before I use the prep, I use pure alcohol, and I rub my nails to get a lot of the dirt off and a lot of the grime off that I've been doing. And right here, that bottle of primer is almost empty. It fell down a couple times on me because the bottle was small. I just ordered a brand new bottle. That's that black bottle that's sitting by the prep right next to it. It's the same bottle of that smaller bottle I'm using. It's just it had a little bit of product like it, and I'm cheap. Like I'm the queen of being cheap. Everything that you go see is going to be in the description, or at least the stuff that I know I can find in the description. This right here is almost, I don't want to brag about this company, but it's a foreign company, it's a Chinese made company, and it's called Coco, I think it's called Coco US or something. I'm going to put it down in the description. Now my base coat, it is made from a very good Chinese company. I live and die by this base coat. Like, at this point in time, I probably would never buy another base coat in my freaking life. Their colors are very pigmented. Everything is very pigmented. The only thing about it is, like, I don't, like, this is one of the things where you really don't have to scratch your nails that much. And it tells you while you're buying it, hey, like, this particular product is made for you not to have to scratch your nails like that. It's made for you not to have to do that much damage to your own nail plate. But once again, it is me. So I like to make sure I have enough scratches where this does get into my fingers and everything, and it works like a charm. Like, if anybody told you any type of base or whatever, you need to try this base. It is very, very good. And then it's made with some little type of material that has like little, I don't want to say sand, but little grit in there, just to make sure that the gel has not only your nail that's kind of rough to stick to, but it has the base gel as well that it can stick to. Sorry about the TV. Now I'm about to put the second layer on. You always need two layers. And if y'all realize the way I do, I dip it into the brush into the pot, and then I kind of wipe off the extra on the top of the capsicle. And then I basically scrape, nail, scrape until it's like a full clean cover. I go back and forth. And what you see me tapping in is literally the lid. Like I tell you before I start, I dip into the pod, and then I kind of empty, excuse me, and then I kind of empty the extra on top of the thing. I'm sorry about like the voice breaking up and everything. I've had surgery literally this morning, and I'm just trying to edit this video and put it out there really, really quick. So I'm sorry for the breaking of the voice and my voice going up and down because I am still in kind of pain. So sorry about that, but yeah. So the tube I'm about to pull out right now is smart, and just to let you know, I cut out the part of me flash curing. So I do set under there for a whole 6 minute. I got an LED light, so yeah, it's a whole minute, and then I pull it out. So it's not like a quick little. It is completely cured. The tube I'm using on my nails right now, it is going to be a crystal clear Macart. It is basically what I use for like the base color. Like, I put a thin layer of clear on top of my nails. That way, whatever color I put on top of this color, it doesn't dye my nails, it doesn't penetrate my nails, it doesn't fuck up my nails. So that's what I do. After a while, I flatten all of them out and make sure it's super clean. That little bowl you saw me grab, it is a polygel slip solution or aquagel slip solution, however you want to call it. I have a little towel, that way any extra polygel that I do have that makes my nail look a little bit thicker than I want, I can scoop it off my nail and scoop it on the towel. I do not make the crystal clear polygel go over the nail tip. If it does, it goes over a little bit just to make sure the tip of the nail, the end of the nail tip is connected to my nail and then overlaid. So basically, right around the area you would feel your real nail, that's where I stop the gel at, and then I make sure it goes super thin, super just thin. So it doesn't ever make it all the way down to the end. It's just super, 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 super thin. That way, whatever I put on top of it, like I said, I can make a full design and I have something to file back to or go back to. That's my whole idea. Because I don't take off tips. I don't soak off my nails. I soak my nails off every 3 months. So I need something to file back to where I'm going to be doing regular, typical designs every day. And that's not me. So yeah, we go do it like this.
I gotta say, I'm incredibly excited.
Right now, I'm just basically doing the same thing to my thumb, making a thin layer of polygel just to be sure that I have a base on my thumb as well as everything else. Right now, y'all about to see the colors that I use. These stars or sequins, whatever you want to call them, was from my Christmas sequence. It's on my Black Friday sale haul. All the crystals, besides I think the glitter, the gold glitter, I got from the Christmas 12 by kit. This one right here is see-through stars that I put on another nail just to have like an empty gap. So, and then that was where I took the silver pieces from. Like y'all can see, all my glitter is lined up in that thing. Right now I am buffing. Technically, you need to buff every one of your lash nails, like every last one. The reason why I say you need to buff your nail, every one of your lash nails right now. Oh, and that finger that I did, that was green. I did it off camera just because it was a solid color. The only thing that makes it different is the stamping that I'm going to do later. So, but for right now, buff all your nails, every last one of your nails, because every one of your nails is going to be added something to that. So the buffing is going to make sure it adheres to the new process that the nail is going to be going through. And once again, what you see me spraying on the cotton in this little blue container, it is technically, what is it called? What is it called? Carpet cleaner, or I don't want to say carpet cleaner, it's just something to clean. Yeah, something to clean my nails with. This jar on the floor right here that you see me opening up and I'm putting my brush to go into, it is, I don't want to call it hard gel because it's not hard gel. It's a mixture of builder gel and poly gel. And the reason why I say it's a mixture of builder gel and poly gel, it has the consistency of builder gel as far as it kind of looks runny, but when you put it on the nail, it does not move. It doesn't go nowhere. It doesn't move at all. What you see me doing right here is I'm actually going into that, not poly gel, let's say builder gel, and I just pass a thin layer on there. That way when I attach the sequins, which was out of another Christmas box that I got, it was just a different, like a whole bunch of boxes, different color circles, a little couple of like when you turned it, it made different shiny. So I did this one on the middle finger next to the green finger. And like I told you all, it is with this like design of nail. It is basically just a sequence of red and green dots, which is very Christmas colors. And I just placed it on my nails. It wasn't in any particular order, any particular reason or rhyme. If it seemed like it was too empty in a place, I just added more circles. I didn't want it to be like a full finger, which means like you couldn't see through the nail. I still wanted the illusion of that well, not even illusion, because you can see through the nail. Like the idea that you can see through the nail, but that was going to be the only you can see through type of nail that I was going to have. Right now, I make sure I place all the circles on the nail as good as possible and make sure it covers the entirety of the nail. And I don't mean like you can't see, I just mean make sure there's circles over the whole nail and overlap a couple of them that have different colors just to make it look different. What I'm doing right here, I had it was a red shiny color, but it really didn't have no glitter or anything to make it pop if I encapsulated it. So I put the red coat on. I literally put 2 layers of the colors I put up under the glitter. And the reason why was because when I did it on my other hand and it wasn't 2 coats and it was just one, you kind of saw like not the opacity, like you can kind of see through the nail if you don't know what I'm talking about. Like, one hand you can kind of see through it, and what I mean, like you can tell where the glitters were placed on the nail versus where you put the gel polish on the nail. So I was thinking on this time, let me at least try to put 2 coatings of the nail polish. That way I can not have that opacity on my nails this time. So that's what's going on right here. I do the first layer, second layer, and then we did, and yeah, second layer is going on right now. After I put the second layer on, I am basically going to get the same gel and then kind of coat it over the polka dots. Builder gel, get the same builder gel and kind of coat it over the polka dots. And the reason why I do this step, even though before I, started my nails, I got the dots and I kind of mixed it into the same builder gel. It's because like if you ever run your fingers over and you do something like this, you start telling like not all of the circles are encapsulated to the full extent that you would want it to be encapsulated. So basically what I do to kind of prevent that I did is to get the most thinnest layer and just paint it over the nail with the sequence as if you're painting on a base layer. Like if you even look at the brush, I'm taking out another different types of brush, a brush that's kind of made to just, brush the product over the nail. And basically right now, I'm not building nothing really on the nail. I'm putting enough to fill up the back, and then it goes all the way down to the tip of my nail just to make sure when I put the macart on top of it to make the building in the form of the nail, it don't have to kind of like the macart does not have to kind of lay flat or get in between the sequence glitter. If you get what I'm saying, like if anybody has used macart, they will understand macart makes air bubbles. one, and then two, my cart has a thing. If you put on like big sequences, it won't slide up under the sequence. So I realized if I do it this way first, it helps out because it makes that body gel kind of go up under it, and it kind of seals it in completely. Even if we go out and people ask, like, that's what I use. Because it doesn't come off. So yeah. Once again, I have another template, and honestly, it's not a template. I'm going to just put my money into it and actually spend money on my templates. Basically, what it is a what is it? A Dutch paper I cut into three strips with three squares, and then I mix the glitter that I was going to do on my hands on the strip. So basically, pick up the glitter, run it over my finger, nail, and just make sure it's evenly spread out, and we did. Same thing's going to be done to the pinky. The only difference with the pinky, it is going to be gold.
I gotta say, I'm incredibly excited.
So we'll get back into this Macart. And the only reason I'm going back into this Macart is to get the body thickness of what I want the nail to look like. Just to let you know, I did put too much poly gel on my nail. I'm trying to get better with the ratio of poly gel and nail to do the design, because I had to file a lot of it all to make it look the way I wanted to. So I'm gonna get better with the ratio between a full scrape nail and the thickness I need to get for the nail I need to get. So bear with me. And once again, like I told you, this was my first nail video. I'm gonna figure out a way to make it less complicated, less complicated. Honestly, that's my only thing about it. It's like really complicated. So yeah, I'm about to skip through the rest of this, making my nail step, and then skip to the design portion of my nails, which is stamping. And I think I do a couple of drawing, but it wasn't on the fingers you saw. So good luck, have fun, enjoy the rest of the song, the video, and the music. You won't see me style my nails. You won't see me shape my nails. That is going to be a completely different video. I plan to have, let's say, a 3 or 4 step of how I file down. It will be either how I file down and how I sew them. And that one I'm going to be dead about honestly. It is January. I just got to set on, so it's not going to be until like April that I'm going to do this. And yeah, so it's going to have a file down, which is me filing down to the clearest base level and then prepping for the next design. It's going to have a design applicate, and then it's going to have filing after I put design, I mean acrylic, and then it's going to have a design portion of me just putting the designs on my nails. So for every, well, no, the shaping and the design part, I'm gonna probably do in the same nail because all three of those kind of go together. It's basically the breakdown of my nails and the prep of my nails that I'm trying to separate for y'all to see how that gets done without everything else, because these videos are gonna get long, especially when it comes to these nail videos. So, what's up? Not all my stamping plates that I use are from Clear Jelly Stamper. It just happened this one right here came from Clear Jelly Stamper. I'm about to use a gel stamping polish. They come in a tube. I got my scraping card. And just to let you know, if you ever buy a scraping card from AliExpress from the same company that I put this down, go to another company and buy you a very good scraper because this scraper sucks. Like if y'all see and y'all used to stamping, this scraper sucks. Like worst scraper I've ever got. Matter of fact, I ordered some real scrapers from what's it, Clear Jelly Stamper because these scrapers are not scrapers. Like they suck. Go invest. A credit card works. I remember when I first started, I was using an old bus card. A bus card works. Anything that can hold form, like anything that has a little, not give, I mean, toughen it to a little strength to it, it will hold up against it. Besides that, you playing with so much. So once again, get a better scraper than what I'm going to put in the description part because it came with the stamper. So I was kind of stuck with the scraper as well because they came as a pair. What you do, because it's a gel stamping polish, you have to cure it, like I'm not going to say a whole bunch, probably like 10 seconds into the LED light. And the reason why is going to flash it, and then you can do that with a whatchamacallit on your nails. When it's not like that, you can't use a lint roller to clean anything off your thing because it's still wet. So it's like getting a lint roller and rolling across wet paint. Doesn't do nothing for it, it just looks at you like you're crazy. And I put it on the nails. What you see me doing right there is basically if a snowflake or something kind of comes off, rubs off, and it's not the way it looks, I just get the extra snowflakes and I just pop it on there. What you see, I take it off the table before I put my hand into the lamp. This plate right here with the Christmas trees, I am so sorry to let you know I bought this plate so many years ago. I got this plate almost, I want to say about 5 years ago, around the time I first started. And I wanted to really do a Christmas set, so I knew I had some old Christmas sets. And that's what I did. I went to my old Christmas sets, pulled out a couple, and then voila, I got this very tree Christmas looking plant. And this is the one that I use on my pointer. That's how you got that dark, shiny chrome color on my pointers, on both of my pointers. It's just basically a stamp that was buffed through, that was put on top of a pointer finger. Okay, and then with this plating stamp, it has like a row of trees, and then it has like a single tree you put at the bottom. I just went in. Like, I was like, it doesn't matter. No one will tell me yes or no. I don't work. I don't have a job to answer to. I don't have a boss to answer to. So I thought it was a nice idea. And then under it, I'm going to get one of the bigger trees on the plate. I'm going to stamp again. And then after I do the final stamping with the bigger tree, I literally go under the light until it's completely done. And then you'll see what I do from there. Right now, I'm taking off all the extra stamps off the thing that I don't want, that I don't need. And understand, if you do stuff like this, you will always get extra on the stamping plate that you don't want or you did not need or that does not go at all with the theme or anything that you plan to do for the day. Every time you see me something like I do try to move the plate, and the reason why is like I told you, these plates are actually being used with gel polish, and I don't ever want the gel polish to kind of freeze in between the cracks, so I lift it off. And what you see me right here, I'm cleaning both of my plates. Just a scrubbing motion with pure acetone. I have pure acetone and pure alcohol in my house. It's just a habit in my house. What I'm taking out right here is the green chrome powder. When you shift it, it has like a yellow, I won't say yellow, like a lime green, like it doesn't get too dark or too light. I get that. I get the little brush. And if anybody knows me, I am the most cheapest person, so I would never stick the thing in a bottle unless the top is empty. So to let you know. And basically what I did with the chrome powder, I got enough of my brush and then I tapped it over the entire area of the nail that I knew for a fact was stamped. So basically what it does, it provides a thin layer of stamping plus with a little extra pizzazz to your stamping if you have chrome powders. What you see me doing with the red finger is not it is not chrome powder. I think it was a silver. Yeah, matter of fact, it was a silver chrome powder. It was the very first original idea of chrome powder when it was silver and gold. Like I said, I got this long time ago, and it came in with a pack of three silver chrome powders. It came with one chrome mermaid. Well, right now it's called mermaid powder. Basically, a clear white powder that when you shipped it, it shows another color. I have the regular chrome. I have silver, a regular silver chrome, and then I have like a flake chrome powder, which is just a flake and it has chrome in there. Yeah. What I do with this clean, lint-free white, the chrome is going to stick to the pure gel polish. So at this point, unless you want a whole bunch of extra chrome powder on your nails, I will highly tell you to do this step. Go in with a super clean lint-free brush and just rub on top of your nail. That's all you're really doing to get the extras. Just rub, 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 rub to get the extra off. After you do that, yeah, if you see me right here, I'm going to do my thumbnail, which was kind of separate because it had like an empty gap on my nail to show, you know what I'm saying, the difference between my nail. So with this, I had to kind of put a tape down, which I'm gonna give me some better tape. I didn't even use tape. I used a piece of a nail form that I had left over that I cut to make it fit my nail, and I tried to use it as a nail form. No lie, didn't work out. Just go get you some tape, lining tape. Works a lot better. So what I did was I cleaned the brush. I put the lining on the top and the bottom of my nail, and I put the snowflake on the top and the bottom of my nail, but not over the empty see-through part that you see on my thumbnail as you're looking at it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked this video, and I hope you appreciate this video as much as I appreciated this video. Like I said, it's my very first nail video. So like, subscribe. I'm going to do a better video of how I do everything. So deuces.